And we are live. Well, 2022 is starting off with a bang, we could say. So I'm going to get to it. If you guys haven't heard or you know about this already, Michael Keaton is rumored to be the DCEU's new Batman. Not a technically new Batman, but a more older, even older and even more wiser Batman. So, so yeah, that happened. And then with news today about the Flash movie leaks, talking about how Supergirl will be replacing Superman, and Batgirl will be trained under Michael Keaton, and how basically WB just does not like Zack Snyder at all, and it has been proven every single time. DC does not DC not DC, but Warner Brothers does not like Zack Snyder. They don't like him. They don't want his movies. Hopefully, e- hopefully with Ann Cernoff's words, with Walter Hamada's words, with what uh, Ben Affleck has been saying for the past couple weeks, what Henry Cavill has been saying for the last couple weeks. The Snyderverse is dead. It's gone. It's dead. And I think people are finally getting the hint that DC don't that Warner Brothers doesn't want Zach's vision, or they never respected it, because this Flash leak that's been going around has been saying that the Flash movie will officially erase Man of Steel from canon, BVS from canon, and Zack Snyder's Justice League officially from canon. Now we've known about this for people who aren't biased or who love Snyder knows that the Joss Whedon version of Justice League is the canon version, and from and we have to give credit to where credit's due. Andy Signore, even though he was wrong about the Snyderverse, the Snyder cut coming out, he was not wrong when he said that WB does not like Zack Snyder or his vision, and they did not want this his movie to come out. You got to give credit where it's due. Andy Signore said that Warner Brothers doesn't want to release the Snyder cut, and they didn't like Zack's vision. And here we are a couple months later, and it's more prevalent than ever that he was right. They are officially wiping Man of Steel, BVS, and the Ultimate Edition, and Justice League from official canon, which is wild. So, and then they were saying they're replacing, they're getting rid of, and then apparently Henry Cavill, he's out, and Ben Affleck, he is out as well, which we've already known because he said himself he's done with doing IPs and he's done with the Batman role. After Flashpoint, we don't know what's going to be the new canon or what's not going to be new canon. So I I have a theory of how I think this new DCEU or the new DC universe is going to be worked somehow. And it starts off with, oops, let me share the screen. And it's going to start, let me do this one. Share, share screen. And it's going to start with these gentlemen here. This right here is going to be the new DCEU canon. So after Flashpoint, this is just a theory. After Flashpoint, this is going to be the new DC canon. They're going to make, I have a theory that they're going to make Superman 1, 2, or 3, maybe, the new canon. And they're also going to make Michael Keaton, Batman and Batman Returns, the new canon. Because if you think about it, these two, Christopher Reeves and Michael Keaton, are probably the most respected people, actors to play these roles. Now, these roles are very iconic. So it only makes sense that they would use these two heroes as their blueprint, continuing on after Flashpoint. Right. I think that's going to be the new canon. And remember what I said that they were replacing that they're getting rid of Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill. Well, here are their replacements: and Christopher Reeves and Michael Keaton. They are replacing Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill. Why do I think this? Why? You're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy, Murdoch. There's no way. Just listen. They got rid of Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck. And James Wan and Jim Lee last year at Fandom said that this new Batman, Robert Pattinson's Batman, is in his own world. It's Earth 2 or whatever Earth. It's completely separate. It's its own Nolan like universe. So it's completely separate. So the next best thing I think DC's trying to do, they're trying to please the old fans and somewhat of the new fans by having these two, the blueprints of the DC movies and everything else as the new official canon. And let me stop sharing here. And here's why I think this is going to happen. And here's a theory from the Flash leaks that have came out. They said that the person who said that Supergirl will be replacing Superman or Henry Cavill or whatever, and Batgirl will be trained under Michael Keaton's Batman. Now, think about this. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Follow what I'm doing. Follow me. Follow me. So here is the new. So here's my theory. I think that Michael. I think this Supergirl is going to be Christopher Reeve's daughter, granddaughter, maybe. Because let's say that somehow that Christopher Reeve's universe is canon. Remember that he has this in Christopher Reeve's Fortress of Solitude. That uh, he has that device or whatever that when he walks in, he can turn into a regular human. The strength he can turn into a human. So what if somehow he he goes back to it and he turns himself into a human, or he somehow gets Lois Lane pregnant, right? Then he wants to start a new life with him and his daughter, and he basically he smashes Lois Lane when he was pregnant, when he had powers. Then he went into that chamber in the Fortress of Solitude, turned into a human, and started living life as a regular human, raising his daughter. Then Henry Cavill, not Henry Cavill, but Christopher Reeves finds out that hey, his daughter or granddaughter, whatever they're going to use, actually has powers, and somehow, some way, Christopher Reeve's character dies. He dies out, right? He dies. And what I'm trying to say is that Superman 1 and 2 and Batman Returns, they are a connected universe now, as in as in Christopher Reeves knows, or Clark, or Christopher Reeves Superman knows Michael Keaton's Batman. That they somehow formed a friendship and they formed their own little league. Now, where does Wonder Woman play into this? Well, with this new canon that's coming out, Wonder Woman 2017 will officially be the first, uh, timeline wise, would be the first movie in this new universe. So you would have Wonder Woman 2017, which took place in 19 during World War, what what was it, two, or World War One or two, whichever one. And then you have Superman, Christopher Reeves. Then his two, or I think his two movies, wherever movie they're going to make canon. And then you have Batman '89, which is going to be also canon. Then you have to remember that Wonder Woman '84 happened, so they're making 2017 Wonder Woman canon. They're making Wonder Woman '84 canon. They're going to make Superman 1 and 2 possibly canon, and they're going to make Batman and Batman Returns canon. Right? They're building a whole new league, or whatever. Somehow, some way, they're doing it. So, but there are some things that won't add up, and there are some things that will need to be explained somehow, some way. And there's some things that I don't like. I don't like that this character is going to be under Batman's wing. It should have been either Terry McGinnis or a Nightwing, Dick Grayson. Because now that these that if I'm using my theory that Keaton's universe is canon, then she would be very old. This Barbara Gordon would be very old. Not old, but Jim Gordon. Unless they're saying, I think Jim Gordon is now. See, this is where my theory kind of tears itself apart because they're having Jim Gordon as the canon, as the new commissioner. So, so that's where things are going to get kind of messy. But again, Flashpoint is still could fix, could make it, or he could mend and blend some of these things together. And then there's also reports that Wonder Woman will show up in Black Adam and Shazam: Fury of the Gods, which could still possibly happen after Flashpoint. So I think that's my theory right now. I think that these characters, also Linda Carter, she's technically in Wonder Woman '84, so maybe I don't know what the hell they're gonna do. It's interesting to try to find out. But overall, here's my take: Christopher Reeves, Superman; Michael Keaton's Batman. They are canny to each other, and they know of each other, and they so and possibly maybe they worked with each other. Maybe they had a very good friendship. Maybe 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 Sasha, I think his name's Sasha Callie's Supergirl, calls Michael Keaton's Batman Uncle Wayne, Uncle Bruce, whatever. That could happen. And the reason why they're getting replaced or is taken over because maybe Christopher Reeves somehow dies, right? Well, you have to make him die, and she's taken over for her father or grandfather, and and somehow maybe Barbara Gordon is just a new, somehow Barbara Gordon is like a Terry McGinnis type of character. I don't know how that's going to work, but we're going to see. All right, I'm going to stop sharing. Let me know what you guys think about my quick theory. Again, Flashpoint is going to add, take away, morph, combine all universes, all canons. and it's going to be really interesting to see what they make canon, what they don't make canon. But that's my theory. Here again, let me show this again. I think Superman 1, 2, maybe not, or maybe it's just Superman 1, Batman Returns in '89. I think that is going to be the official new starting canon for the new DC universe they're going to make. Because think about it, those two are those two people, Michael Keaton and Christopher Reeves, are the blueprint for superhero movies. They are the blueprint. They are the most popular iterations of those characters. They are respected iterations of those characters. So it will only make sense that they would make those characters canon. Somehow they have a friendship, and then then DC now is they're building off of the most iconic the most iconic versions of these characters, and they're just branching off of those, and somehow making it canon. I don't know. Flashpoint is going to be very interesting. If Christina Hudgens, I think her name, the writer, if her and Andy Muschietti, and I think his Barbara, I think her name is Barbara Muschietti, if they somehow morph everything together and they make it make sense, it's going to be very interesting to see how it plays out. All right, that's my whole theory about everything. Batman one, let's say Superman one and Batman '89 and Returns are the new canon. We just think about that, or Superman two, yeah, Superman two as well. Those are the new canon, and now they're branching off with granddaughter of a granddaughter Supergirl or a daughter Supergirl and Batgirl. I don't know. Just think about that. Let me know if somebody sees this. Let me know what you guys think about that theory, and goodbye.